I searched for trending beauty filters on TikTok. I found one called Bold Glamour. When I tried it, I looked like a totally different person. First trend is beauty filters. Beauty filters are trending right now. For example, they can give you cat eyes and sculpted cheekbones, making it look as if you've gotten a facelift. Beauty filters have become more and more sophisticated with the use of AI. These filters can change your entire appearance. For example, I never thought about getting a nose job, but seeing myself with a beauty filter made me visualize how I would look with a thin, pointy nose. These filters can often create an unobtainable version of beauty, with unrealistic body proportions, blemish-free skin, and even digitally altered facial features. This can lead to feelings of insecurity in users who compare their real-life appearance to the filter version they have seen on social media. Influencers and celebrities are using these trending face filters and giving people that this look is attainable, when in reality it's not. Second trend I'd like to mention is buccal fat remover. We all know that buccal fat remover is blowing up. It's become the new BBL. Then what is buccal fat remover? It's the removal of fat from the buccal fat pad, which is a mass of tissue located deep within the cheeks. By removing the fat on your cheeks, you get a slimmer looking face with sculpted, defined cheekbones. Dr. Ellen Gendler posted this video about her opinion on buccal fat remover.
The latest trend of buccal fat pad removal is probably the dumbest trend I've seen in a long time. Who wants to have this done to them? Especially what young person would even consider this? You are the people who spend thousands of dollars on your skincare to keep your skin nice as you get older, and you're going for buccal fat removal, which is exactly what you will hate when you get older. I'd like to know, who are the surgeons that do this to patients as well? Just because you can do a procedure doesn't mean you should do a procedure. Above all, do no harm. Cold girl makeup, that's fine, you can wash it off, but buccal fat removal is permanent, and if you hate it, you're stuck. Don't do it.
Then why do we keep following the trend, even though we know it's toxic? The first reason is social comparison. Even when I scroll through my Instagram, I catch myself feeling inferior to other girls. When you look at their profile, you see tons of comments saying how pretty they are. Like, for example, hey, you are so pretty, or wow, you have a nice nose. We've all been there, and I understand where you're coming from. When we start to compare ourselves to others, it's frustrating, and we can start to feel insecure. A lot of it comes from believing we don't measure up to the standards of beauty that the world has created. Comparison is so common nowadays, and we don't even realize we are comparing ourselves to others. To better understand about comparison, there's a theory in psychology called social comparison theory. Social comparison theory is a psychological theory that suggests that people evaluate their opinions and abilities by comparing themselves to others. The theory was first proposed by psychologist Leon Festinger in 1954 and states that individuals derive knowledge and self-evaluation from the comparison of their own behavior against the behavior of others. This theory shows that people compare themselves in order to better understand their place in the world. It also proves that comparison can motivate people to strive for better outcomes and achieve success. To some degree, comparison can be helpful when it inspires you or motivates you to become a better version of yourself. But when it's dull all the time, it can be harmful and lead to the feeling of inadequacy, ugliness, and unworthiness. Now that we understand what social comparison is, the question is, why do we compare? The first reason is comparison is in our biology. We are biologically social beings and need social standings in order to survive. We compare in order to access our skills and abilities against the people around us. We know we are not always the strongest or smartest, but it helps us collaborate with others in order to grow. It is an undeniable fact that all of us are concerned with comparison to some degree. It is something we can't escape whether we want to admit it or not. The second reason is we have a need to fit in and meet the standards of beauty we see on social media. When we see celebrities or influencers do a certain things or look a certain way, way, we feel like we need to do it in order to fit into the category of beauty or success even. If we don't, we feel like we are like losers and we are not catching up with what's trending right now. Because we see these celebrities are loved, accepted, and praised by other people, we want that too. The third and the last reason is this is how we evaluate ourselves. People compare themselves to someone who they think is better than them in order to see how they can improve themselves. In the context of comparing yourself online, most of the time, you look at people who you feel like are more beautiful than you or doing better than you, and you try to see how you can become like that. Instead of falling into the trap of believing that these filtered images are real, it is important to remember that what we see on social media is heavily edited and not a good representation of reality. Here are some of the ways we can do that. Step 1, take a step back from social media. Take regular breaks from social media and limit your time spent on like Instagram or TikTok. This will give you time away from the digital environment and help clear your headspace so that you are not constantly exposed to triggers that may lead to comparison. Step 2, follow accounts that bring you joy. Follow accounts that make you feel good and inspire you. This will help fill your feed with content that boosts your mood and makes you feel better about yourself. Step 3, focus on your progress. Instead of comparing yourself to others, focus on tracking your own progress over time so that you can measure how far you come and the improvements you've made. Step 4, appreciate yourself more. Rather than looking at what's wrong, try to think of the things you appreciate about yourself every day. For example, you can say that you appreciate your eyes because it lets you see the wonders of the world. You can even include behavior you've shown for today. For example, when you are kind to someone by giving them a cookie or a cup of coffee, you are practicing self-love instead of comparison. So this is all I wanted to talk about today. I've been specifically wanting to talk about these toxic and unrealistic trends on social media, and I'm glad that I could bring awareness to it. I found that most of my viewers on my channel are young, so I wanted to highlight a healthy mindset towards the perception of our features, which should be a priority before learning new skills about makeup, because it is something we cannot change about ourselves. Please let me know your thoughts on these toxic trends on social media. I'd like to know about that too. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye!